Hey 143 fam, we're going to take a look at your mid-month love horoscopes here. For those of you interested in my giveaway this month, I'm going to be choosing 2 winners for a free reading. If you'd like to be considered, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment below your video, and I will notify winners at the very end of the month. If you have Instagram, make sure you follow me, Tony Nielsen Official, for an additional shot to win. All right fam, let's take a look and see what's in store in love for the rest of the month. Hey Cancer, this reading is for Cancer Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to take a look at love July 15th through the end of the month. Cancer, in love July 15th through the ends of the month. I just channeled somebody to stay open-minded for, somebody to be open-minded for. Energy here really is shifting for you in love. You're stepping into, is it a new chapter? Is it a new journey? Is it almost like a completely different universe? Have you done so much healing over the last couple months, maybe longer, that you're ready to call in a completely different experience? That feels like this energy shift for you. It's very, very positive. You're going to continue to see this energy shift and evolve for the positive, not just throughout your season, but throughout Leo season too. It's going to benefit you very, very much. Let me get you one more shuffle. Pull cards for you, Cancer. Cancer in love. Making the effort in love. For those of you in committed relationships, I feel a rekindling. I feel you having more fun. Being able to spend more time with your children's part of it. But I see 2 adults being able to enjoy their company more. Almost like little kids, but just carefree, much more lighthearted. I see you spending time outdoors with somebody that you love. That feels very positive at this time. Those of you who are single, I feel like you're finally making the effort to love again. Like you're finally making the effort to put yourself out, to take people seriously. Romantic feelings process this, okay? The challenge here for those of you who are single, you want to make the effort, but can you trust your feelings? I do feel trust issues still here in the mix, okay? That is not completely resolved, but it's close. I also feel like some of you may be trying to revive a relationship where there is unrequited love, where it's almost like you may be trying to make a relationship work with someone that you are not fully in love with, or you're not sure. I also feel like there could be some fear around, well, do they love me? Are they reciprocating, or is this one-sided? There's soulmate energy here. I do feel some distractions. Heart-to-heart conversations, bottom of the deck. I feel like some of you may be having some pretty heavy conversations with somebody. What Spirit just said is disclosing the past, whatever that means for you. Disclosing the past, really giving somebody insight into who you are and why you are at where you're at. Not just in love, but in your life right now. How you have healed, what your journey has looked like over the last couple of months, maybe even the last couple of years. It's almost like love all of me, or I can't be here and do this with you. Like, here's my story. I'll be honest and open with you, but take it or leave it. I feel like there are some mixed feelings around that. I feel like that may distract you. It also may make you feel a little too vulnerable. I feel somebody also convincing themselves that they don't have feelings because it's too vulnerable or something gets too vulnerable. But you actually do want to make the effort, and there are real feelings here, okay? My only note of caution outside of trust issues and still needing to resolve and heal that a little bit more. Don't be trying to revive relationships where there's no more heartbeat, okay? If a relationship has flatline, it's really important that you move on. It's important that you allow your partner to move on. I feel like you have already done that. If that is the case, I feel like you've already done that, but you still may be tempted to give it like a second shot or like an 8th shot or 10th shot. It's not of the highest good to step back into an old cycle with somebody. It's of the highest goods to move on, okay? Interesting message, okay. Outcome card, soulmate and let your friends help you. I said, interesting message, because as I was pulling these two cards off the table, Spirit said there may be a friend who's a soulmate. It may be somebody who is not necessarily someone you would consider having a relationship with, but it may develop. Also some crossover in career. I feel somebody being a little uncomfortable about their feelings, wanting to make the effort and not knowing if it's appropriate to act on it, not knowing if, again, is it mutual, or is it just something like, are you just fabricating some situation in your head because it feels good? You really need to sit with this. The energy that I'm getting is that there's something legit here, that there is a positive shift, but it almost feels like it's not time. Like you don't have all the pieces to the puzzle if you're single. Friends may block a relationship. Friends may not want you to move on, especially friends who enjoy being out and about with you while you're single. They want your company. Make sure no one's blocking relationships for you. But I do feel like heart-to-heart conversations, there's vulnerability, but I do feel like you're ready to go there with somebody, or you may be calling somebody new in that inspires this kind of vulnerability. I mean, underneath this too is it is safe to love. I mean, there is really beautiful energy around love for you, especially for single Cancers. For those of you in committed relationships, I feel like rather than assume the worst, first and foremost, if you're having issues and you're unsure if love has become one-sided, has someone fallen out of love, are you having issues, is something revivable, you need to get out of your head. You need to reach out. You need to speak to your partner. You really need to communicate and be vulnerable, okay? That is incredibly important, because I feel like some of you may be fearing the worst and it's not warranted. There's something very easily fixable here. I feel like money could be a problem for some of you. I feel like some of you just need to get away and be with friends and have a little bit more fun. Like something in love has been too stressful, especially something money related. And that stress is showing up in an otherwise healthy relationship. Take some time apart, even if it's just a couple hours. You go out with friends, they go out with friends, you do something separate. It's okay to spend time apart from your partner, Cancer. I feel like you may be glued to somebody right now. When you actually need some space. You may be saying that to a partner, like, listen, I can't do this 24/7. I need to spend time with my friends. Absolutely love you. You are absolutely a soulmate. My feelings are completely intact. That may be something they're curious about. Do you love me as much as you say you do? Because, you know, I'm in love with you, but like, you spend time with other people, you're not with me all the time, and you may be having a conversation with somebody like, look, okay, feelings very much intact, but it's healthy to have a life outside of a relationship. It's something I need for me to be healthy in this with you. I feel like once you communicate that, it puts somebody's mind at ease. Interesting, though, this keeps jumping out at me in connection to a soulmate. I feel like a friend's causing issues. Be careful of the company that you keep. Be careful of people around you. Don't let anybody manipulate you. You know how you feel. You know it's of the highest good, and go for it. You are deserving of being able to move on with your life. I feel like somebody may be giving you like a bit of a guilt trip. That could also be a conversation too you may be having with a friend. It may not necessarily be in love. You may be having a conversation with a friend that's a deep conversation, that's a vulnerable conversation, and it's like, this is where I'm at in my life. If you and I are no longer in alignment with my soul growth and my journey, we can peacefully, you know, go our separate ways, but I need you vibing higher, you know? I think some of you, especially those of you in committed relationships, you may have some people around you, whether that's close friends, family members. They may not be vibing where you're vibing anymore. They may be pulling you down. You may be feeling that anchor. You may have to separate from some people outside of the relationship to protect what is sacred with someone that you love. Okay, Cancer, if you feel like you need more clarity than this, reach out. I'm available for emergency readings and emergency sessions at this time only, but I am here if you need me. I will be back August 1st for your full month of August reading, but in the meantime, I'm sending you so much love, like gratitude. I'll see you back here soon. Ciao.